lovely people, Nina here. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you've been here a minute and been following me along, I'm back. I don't think I've posted for like 2 weeks, maybe 3. I just got really busy with life, and in that time I've read quite a bit of books. I read and finished books for Black History Month. I think one of my last videos I was reading Resist. I ended up finishing that. I read Resist and Beartown and Train Dreams and quite a few. And so I figured next week I would collect all the books that I have read so far and do a little review. This week I figured I would talk about everything that I want to read and continue to read for March. March is Women's History Month, so February is Black History Month. March is Women's History Month, but I feel like I read Resist, and I read Bell Hooks, but I feel like I could have read more for Black History Month, so I'm also shifting that to Women's History Month, and I figured I would also highlight more Black authors for Women's History Month as well. And if you have any book suggestions too for me, these are just ones that I've started and I want to finish this month. We'll see how that goes. And I have a really bad habit of not bad habit, but I just pick up a book and then set it back down. And then if a book comes out at my library, like an audiobook that I've been waiting on, then I will stop what I'm reading and pick that up. So that's one of the reasons why I read Beartown. I hadn't planned on reading it in February, but the loan came out and I'd been waiting a while for it. So what I read kind of depends on what's at the library, loosely. But I've started all of these, and then my goal is to finish them. So the first ones that I have that I've started are Bell Hooks' Reel to Reel, and this is her analysis or take on movies. I have gotten through the first chapter of this. I love Bell Hooks, and I love everything that she writes. I read The Will to Change, and then I read All About Love, and now I'm on Reel to Reel. So yeah, this is just a classic collection of essays on why movies matter on a personal level, and life-changing experiences that we can get from movies. Again, it's good so far. I've literally only read the first chapter, but I love this so far. I love Bell Hooks. The next one that I'm reading is Pet by Akawake Emzy. I hope I said that right or close. I'm so sorry. But this has a Stonewall Award, a National Book Award, and then the Walter Award. I've again started this. I'll probably finish this today because it's not super long. Again, it's a children's book. And it's about a girl named Jam and her best friend Redemption. And their parents tell them that they're no more monsters and they don't have to worry about it anymore. But Jam thinks differently and she doesn't trust it. And so this is that story. Yeah, it's very cute so far and I love it. The next one that I have started and need to finish is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I absolutely love this book. This is by V.E. Schwab. I'm about 30-ish% into it, and the only reason I had to pause reading this was because I had Beartown by Frederick Bachman that came up, and my loan was going to expire, and I was like, I need to read this quickly before my loan expires. So I paused reading this, but I want to finish it this month. It is a little bit of a heftier read, but I absolutely love this. It's so good. It's about a girl named Addie LaRue who wishes on her, the day before her wedding day or the night of her wedding, that she doesn't have to get married and she'll basically do anything. And so this forest, witch, forest witchcraft, casts a spell so that everyone forgets who she is and she can't say her own name. And it follows her struggling through that. Yeah. This is really amazing. The graphic novel I'm reading this, that I started this in February, and then I'm going to finish it in March. This is another one that I kept picking up and putting down. This one is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. And it's adapted from her book and adapted by Damien Duffy and John Jennings. I have not read Kindred, the book, but I'm reading the graphic novel, and it's really good, amazingly done. The graphic novel is amazing. I'll show you without maybe spoiling. I'll show you one of the first pages. You haven't read the book, which I haven't. I've only read the graphic novel so far. It follows Dana, who goes somehow from her house in California in the 1970s, 1980s, 1970s, and then is transported back into the slavery days, and her being a black woman, having to figure out why she was transported back, and she meets a slave owner's son named Rufus, and she thinks she has some type of connection as to why she's supposed to meet him and be talking to him, and so it's her whole figuring out why she was brought back to that time era. It's amazingly well done, amazingly written, really sad, really hard to read, but a good read. Next one I'm reading is Dear Committee Members, which is a novel by Julie Schumacher. I'm only 17 pages into this, but it follows a professor at Payne University, and it's supposed to be really comedically funny. It's good so far, and it follows him through a series of letters, either letters from colleagues or letters from students. So they're just short, and I think you're supposed to get pieces of his life through the letters. So that's this one. I love a book that focuses on that's written in letter format. It's one of my favorites. I'm also reading and finishing up the Lore of Olympus series I'm reading it on Webtoon right now. I don't think all of the physical books are out yet, so I'm finishing up the series on Webtoon, and that's really good. And I think, and I'm also reading the Heartstopper series on Webtoon. I think that's everything that I'm reading so far. We'll see what I get through in March. I'm gonna continue just pulling them through until April, and then if I get through this stack, or I get through a good chunk of them, then I'll probably pull from my February TBR that I didn't get through. We'll see. That's kind of the plan, because there's a few in February that I have wanted to read that I haven't gotten to yet, but I'll get to eventually. So there's a good chunk. Yeah, that is everything for this week. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if you like any of them, thoughts and reviews. I would love to know that. Yeah, if there's any books that you think I should read or you think I would like, you can also leave that in the comments below, because I love getting book recommendations, so that would be great. Yeah, that's everything for this week. I love you all, and in the words of Javier Bardem from the Oscars last weekend, no more wars and free Palestine. I love you all. I will see you next week with a brand new video. Bye!